Alright, so welcome again to Military Guna TV. Thank you very much for joining me. And we're going to discuss the JPL. This is what's basically the JPL preview games for the games coming over the weekend. We'll also run through previous games that played over the last weekend. We're going to look at the league table. We're going to also look at the top goal scorer. I did it last time, but every game day we need to do the same thing over and over again to ensure that we get the idea and the statistics right across the board. But before we get to that, before we get to the video aspect of things, I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because as you know, we're trying to grow the channel, because that is the best way and easiest way for us to grow this channel, by you guys showing the support in that way. But guess what, guys? Enough of the YouTube sub. Make sure you guys do that, and we're gonna get with the show on the road. Let us go. Come here. All right, so first of all, I'm quite sure most of you guys already know that the Reggae Boyz, the under 20 Reggae Boyz, will be playing a game coming. We'll play some game coming in June. I think it's the 18th of June to the 3rd of July. The under 20 championship, and also due to that under 20 championship, there will also be qualification for the Olympics in 2024 and the World Cup in 2023. So look out for that one, people. We'll be getting some reviews and also looking at some players who are likely to come in. But for now, we're also gonna run through the Jamaica Premier League. As I said, people, let's look at the table, what the table looks like. I need to find it right now. This is what the table looks like at the moment, going into game week 7. So these are the game week 7. So we have, I'm just gonna give you guys the top 5 teams at this moment. Up top, we have Mount Pleasant, Waterhouse in 2nd position. Then we have Arnett Garden in 3rd, Dumbarton in 4th, and the Cavaliers in 5th. No, it's just 5 points separating 1st and 5th, and that's not far. That's definitely not far. So we're also gonna look at the previous top goal scorer at Froy Bygrave, Daniel Green, Werner Brown, Andre Fletcher, Cardell Benbow, Ronaldo Cephas, Nicholas Nelson, and Trayvon Reed. There's a few also in the 3-goal region, and the likes of Shea Smith, I think Alan Atti. There's a lot more. There's quite maybe about four more in the 3-goal region. But we'll get to that next time. So what we're also going to look at the previous team of the week. This was the last time team of the week. People question me about a lot of the ideas. If you guys watch the last review, you guys would realize, oh, I come by that. I won't run through the name. Hopefully, you guys can take a screenshot or something, and you'll definitely get that one. Or even go over to my Instagram or my Twitter. As you can see, it's running along right here. When I move the picture, you will see it. So as you can see right here, this is right here. This right here is my socials. Make sure you go and check out my socials, my Instagram, my Twitter, and also my Facebook page. So let's look at the games coming this weekend and what's my expectation for these games. Now, Waterhouse is coming from back-to-back draw. Back-to-back draw. They faced against Mount Pleasant. They didn't get the win. Tough game for them. But I would expect them to go back and winning ways from an Harborview team who is actually in really good form. This Harborview team, they are in tremendous form at this moment. I won't say it will happen right outly, but I do think that they have a lot of work to do. How can I narrow it down to some aspect? So, Waterhouse playing some good attacking football. Harborview look compact, look conclusive. I think Waterhouse might have a little more of the firepower. Last time out, they didn't start Benbow and Andre Fletcher. If Waterhouse should start Benbow and Andre Fletcher this time around, I think it's going to be tough for Harborview to contain them. Nonetheless, Harborview, they're playing good. I do think that they need to score a few more goals to add on to get more wins, because that is where they're lacking in the goal scoring aspect of things. But that's just a part of the game, I believe. Their most outstanding goal scorer is actually Trayvon Reed at this moment. So I'm looking at the stats right here, people. So I do think that Waterhouse might niggle this one. Nick it just maybe 1-0. Let's move to the next one. We have Tivoli versus Mount Pleasant. Tough game for Tivoli. I think Mount Pleasant might win this one 2 goals to 0. Um, Maybe Daniel Green might find himself back on the goal scoring sheet because I do know that he really don't want Bygrave to step away from him. But Bygrave is in tremendous form. But I don't think Daniel Green want Bygrave to step away from him. So Bygrave might put one in the locker this time around. And might be Kevin Isaac. I think Isaac might get one this time around as well. It's been a while since Isaac has hit the back of the net, and I think he might get one. So the next game, game day 2, I should say match day 2, which is on Sunday. We have Veer United versus Umberline. Now, Veer still struggling to score goals, and they're conceding more goals than scoring. They're actually on a negative 2 goal difference. Umberline's good football. They're in a similar position as Veer. They scored a few more than Veer, but they also conceded a lot more. So I do think that this game might be, I can't say it's a free-flowing game in regards to goal scores because Veer don't attack much. They're more reserved. They're more reserved team. So I think that Umberline, this game might be a draw, a 1-1 draw. Now let's get to the next game, Arnett versus. But there's some dangerous goal scorers as well now for Umberline now. But I do think that the time will tell in regards to how these two teams, because they are so similar in most of the things that they do. Let's look at Arnett Gardens versus Mullines. Lovely result last time out. Even though lovely result last time out, Veer didn't get the preferred result that they want. Neither did Umberline's what Umberline's result? I'm checking here. I think Umberline's, they drew. Yeah, they didn't get, both teams were looking for one, but I think Umberline's will get this win. Now Arnett Garden with a good I'm telling you, a lovely performance from Arnett Garden last time out. I'm still having a in-depth look on a Juma Johnson, that left back from Arnett. He looks good. The captain Guthrie, he looks good as well. Demar Deacon, the youngster, looks good as well. So Cephas, as you know, Cephas is their danger man for Arnett. But I do think that Arnett will take this one over Mullines. Mullines have also some danger man in the likes of Tyrick Sutherland and Nicholas Nelson. So they do have some dangerous man, some danger players who can hurt you. But I do think that Arnett will take this one. Arnett is in good form, better form right now than Mullines. Arnett, that is the reason why Arnett is sitting on third at the table. So I think Arnett might win this one, possibly 1-0. And if goals are scored, I think Arnett might nick it 2-1. But it will be a close game as well. Now let's move on to the last match day, game day. I'm checking something. Last day, okay. Last game day, 3, Cavaliers versus Dumbleholing. Now this is going to be a good matchup. Cavaliers finding back themselves on good form, playing some good football. As always, Cavaliers do play good football. As I said, my only problem is their transition. They play possession-based football, but they move the ball so slowly. But when they do get the ball in the attacking third, they have dangerous players. Campbell, Kenra Campbell, Atkinson. They do have dangerous players who can hurt you in that final third. But I do think that Dumbleholing, last time out, when Dumbleholing played against Arnett, I believe that they didn't bring on the danger man. I think they said that Atterfry Bygrave was actually on the injury list or something. That's what the information I got. I'm not sure, but Bygrave, I believe that Bygrave might get a goal from possibly a penalty based off how I see Cavaliers defend. Tope is a bit rash. Good defender, but he's a bit rash. Leng composed, and I think King is actually the more composed player out of all 3 defenders. But I do think that at some point in time they will give away a penalty based off how I see the challenges that they put up. They are not afraid to take a card, so I am personally afraid of that. So I think that Dumbleholing might nick this one, or if so, it's a 1-1. But I do see Bygrave scoring a goal, possible a penalty in this game. But I would say I'm going in favor of Dumbleholing for this one, 2-1. They have been more consistent than Cavaliers this season. So I believe that it's right for me to give them that win. And they have scored a few more goals as well than Cavaliers, which show that they have a deeper goal threat in them. So for the final game of the day, we have Montego Bay versus Portmore United. Struggling Montego Bay, who just lost their technical director aspect, the coach. And I do think that this will play a big impact in how they approach this game. I'm not sure who will be who will stand in. Maybe the assistant. I don't know, but we will see. And I'm not sure they will bounce back from this one so quickly, as most people say. It's karma. It's karma reaching Moby. I don't know what the karma is, but that's what the people are telling me. But I think Portmore United, who is trying to find form at this moment, might get I think they will get the victory over Moby. Moby still haven't settled yet. They still haven't found the defensive structure to protect the defense, the back line. I think that the midfield area is where the problem is. It's not a matter of finding the big name players. I think once you start out your team, let your team play a more cohesive game, a more organized game, you will get better results from your team. So I think I might go in favor of Montego, of Portmore for this one. Again, Cunningham, Javik McFarlane, and also Shea Smith are dangerous players who I think that are likely to score a few goals for either one of them, score a few goals for Portmore United. But in the same sense, I do think that Portmore United will take away this one. Possible 3-1. Montego Bay have players who also can hurt you, but I do think that they are not creating enough chance to get that solid goal. But I won't go any further, people. This has been really a short and spicy one. I know most of you might say it's long, but I think it's a short and spicy one. Hopefully, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well, people. I would really, really appreciate it if you guys do so. But until next time, people, Military Guna TV, people. This has been a Jamaica Premier League match preview and analysis, and also predictions. So, until next time, people, Military Guna TV, and I am out.